Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all doing really well. So today's video is going to be a makeup look, and it's going to be a kind of bronzy, dewy summer glow look. I cannot wait for summer. Here in Melbourne, we are in November and nearing the end of spring. Next month is summer. I have never been so excited in my life. I'm so over the rain, I'm so over the cold, and I just need some sun. And when there is sun comes dewy, glowy, hydrated skin. So yeah, I'm going to be a look appropriate for summer. And yeah, I really want your opinion on something real quick. You see my background, it's changed, it's black, it's completely empty looking. What do you guys think if I were to change my background to like sparkly backgrounds and colored backgrounds? Things that like a lot of YouTubers are doing right now with like the really sparkly, blingy backgrounds, which I absolutely love. That's what I was thinking of doing. But let me know what you guys think, if you like that type of stuff, or if you want me to decorate the back of this room in a way. Let me know. I can always do a mixture of both. I just really want to know what's more appealing to your eye, what you think is more, I guess, appealing to watch. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah, without any further ado, let's just jump right into this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy. I'm not too sure if I've mentioned already, but I'm actually going to do a talk through for this video. Let me know if you guys prefer these. I haven't done a talk through in a while, so I thought it would be fun to do that today. And yeah, if you prefer like my usual voiceovers, let me know in the comments down below, and I can totally stick to that if that is what you prefer. But the first step to our glowy skin is moisturize. My skin's very dry, so it needs all the moisture it can get. And the one that I've been obsessed with lately is the Shiseido Bio Performance Glow Revival Cream. This is just like magic. I am absolutely obsessed. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over my face. If you guys see me looking in this direction, it's because I'm looking at my viewfinder to see what I'm doing, because I am so silly I didn't even whip out a mirror for me to use. So put that down, and then I'm just going to rub all that into my skin. I don't know what it is about this cream that's so different than the rest, but I've really been loving it. I feel like it's one of those ones that absorbs into my skin, but is also kind of still like sitting on top of my skin, so my face always feels so hydrated and just glowy. Like I don't even wear makeup anymore. I just chuck this on my face and I leave the house. Next, I think I'm just going to start with the eyes. So of course you want to prime your eyes, and I'm going to be using my usual Soft Ochre Paintpot by MAC. I've just zoomed the camera in a little bit closer to my face so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better, but I am just going to go ahead and apply that all over my eyelid. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and the first shade I'm taking is this one. I'm not too sure what it's called. They don't really have names on the palette, so I'm going to be taking this and applying it through my crease with a fluffy brush. The brush that I'm using is the Ray Morris No. 7 Deluxe Point Shader. And when that is done, I am then going to take this brown shade as well onto the same brush and applying this into the socket of my crease as well. One thing I love about these brushes is how effortlessly they, well, I struggled getting that out, but how effortlessly they just blend your eyeshadow in. Like I'm barely doing anything, I'm just moving it around, and it is amazing. And they're so soft as well, which is a major plus. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm using very light feather strokes. I'm not really pressing hard at all. I am just moving my brush into windshield wiper motions and very small circular motions, just to make sure that it's blended out, because as always, we want to make sure there are no harsh lines at all. I'm then just going to take a clean blending brush. This one's by Makeup Addiction, and it is the soft crease brush, and I am just going to use that to buff out those edges. I'm then just going to take this light shade and then the one below it, and I'm going to mix them together and apply these to my brow bone. This just makes the perfect brow bone highlight, making that area pop. For the lid, I'm going to take this shade here and I'm going to apply that with my finger to get the best color payoff I can possibly get. So I'm gonna get that on my finger and then just pack that on there. Then I'm just taking the rainbow brush again and make sure that all of that blends in well together. To give the eyes a little bit of an extra pop, I'm taking ColourPop's Supershock shadow in the shade Amaze. This is probably my favorite shade in their line. I actually wore this color on my wedding day, funny enough. So I'm taking that onto my finger and I am just going to pat that on top of the eyeshadow we just applied. And then you just want to take an eyeliner pen. This one is the L'Oreal Superliner Superstar. And you don't really want to wing out your liner, you just want to do a line really thinly, but enough to cover your lashes when you apply them. So I'm just going to take that, and as always, I always have to get really close to the mirror when I do this, but you want to start from the middle, slowly working your way out. And you want to make sure that you're lining this really close to your lash line. So just like that, and then when you get to the end, you kind of just want to end it. You don't really want to wing it out, and then just grab your finger and then just smudge it like so. This will kind of blend it out with your, blend it in with your lashes and make it kind of look like it's got a really natural finish. So then you just obviously want to move on to your other eye and try to get that the exact same, which is really difficult, and I struggle with it as well. And now you're just going to want to curl your lashes, apply some mascara and your lashes. So I'm going to curl them first. Yeah, I know my eyelash curl is a little bit dirty, but that's okay because I don't use it on any videos. And then apply your mascara. The one that I'm using is MAC False Lashes. I've never really been into MAC mascaras, but this one is really good. And of course you guys know the Extended Play Giga Black Lash is my favorite for lower lashes. But this all surprised with how good it is. Then you obviously want to apply your lashes. The ones that I'm using are the Ardell Glamour 102 Demi in black. I absolutely adore these. These are one of my absolute favorite Ardell lash styles. So after we've applied our lashes, we are moving on to our skin. And for foundation, I'm going to be taking the BECCA Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in the shade Beige. I'm going to mix in a couple of drops of the the Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops in the shade Sunlight. So I've got my foundation on a palette, and I'm going to be putting 1, 2.5 drops of that into there. And then with my trusty beauty blender, I'm going to mix that together and apply it to my face. And then start applying it all over. And you just want to be pressing that in, not swiping it, because we all know that swiping the product around moves the product. But can you see that the custom cover drops have just made this even more glowy than the foundation is? I don't know if it's just me, but in the camera, if you find that I look really dark, but trust me, in person it is not that dark at all. Once that is all applied, I'm moving into my under eyes, and I'm first taking the Bobbi Brown Tinted Eye Brightener in the shade Light Bisque 2. And I'm applying a small amount of this to my under eyes just to correct my slight dark circles. And then of course I blend that out with the beauty blender. And once all that's blended in, I'm taking the BECCA, which concealer is this? This is the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. I'm taking 2 shades. The first one being Fair and then the second one being Porcelain. I am firstly going to take Fair and apply this to my under eyes quite generously. And also to the points of my face that I want to highlight. And cutting my contour. And then of course to my forehead and bridge of my nose. I'm then taking the shade Porcelain and applying this just to my under eye area to really brighten that area up. And then of course taking my damp beauty blender and blending all of that out. Should be left with something that looks like this, and then I am taking my iconic London cream contouring set and I'm taking the middle shade here to contour around my face. I'm taking my Zoeva concealer buffer and applying the product on that, and then just lightly tracing out the areas. I'm also applying a small amount of this to my jawline. And I'm also going to do my nose. Just like so, and then I'm taking my damp beauty blender and buffing all of that out. My nose, I'm just going to take the smaller side of the beauty blender and then just start patting that in. So next I'm just going to be setting my under eyes, and I'm not going to be baking. I'm just going to be taking the BECCA Multitasking Perfecting Powder. I actually haven't used this yet, so I'm really excited to try it out. Unfortunately, I dropped it already and it just cracked, but that's okay. I'm going to take this on a Makeup Addiction Precision Highlighter brush and I'm going to pat this underneath my eye. This powder is so beautiful. I haven't used it before. This is the first time I've used it on myself, and needless to say, I'm in love. We are then moving on to bronzer, and I am still so obsessed with my Sephora Sun Disc bronzer in the shade Medium 2. I can't find a bronzer that I love just as much. If you have any recommendations, leave them down below. I would love to check them out. But I'm just taking this as well on a Ray Morris Deluxe Kabuki brush, and I am going to use this to bronze the holes of my cheekbones and around my face. So that is done, and then I want to apply a little bit of blush, and the one that I'm using is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Incandescent Electra, and this is so stunning. I'm just taking this one onto a Sigma large angled contour brush. I love using these for blush, and I am just applying this to the apples of my cheeks and working upwards, and can you see it's already added that beautiful rosy glow. I'm just going to take my mineralized skin finish in Soft and Gentle, and I'm going to apply this all over my face just using a small blending brush. And I'm going to be really generous with my highlighter, so I am just going to start off with the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm kind of working my way up in a sort of C shape, so bringing it around to my temples. Also my nose. my Cupid's bow. Just like that, and then I'm just taking my mascara again and applying a little bit of that to my lower lashes. And then for my brows, I don't really need too much, so I'm first just going to brush them up. And then I'm taking my Sigma brow powder. So I'm taking the lighter shade in medium, and I'm not applying a lot of this. I'm just going to use this to just trace out the shape over the end of my eyebrow. And I'm just blending that in with the front. Just like so. I'm then taking my Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel in the shade Medium Brown. I've been really obsessed with this lately. Love it. And I am just applying this to my eyebrows. And then lastly we have lips, and I am firstly taking the Urban Decay Glide On Pencil in the shade Uptight. I'm just going to line and just filling the outer part of my lips with this. And then on top of that I'm applying my MAC Honey Love lipstick. And this is probably my favorite nude because it's not too nude and not too brown. So just like that, and then I'm just going to take the lip pencil again and then just blend in those edges. And you can totally leave it at that if that is what you prefer, but I'm actually going to go on top with a lip gloss, and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Luster in the shade Bardo Beige. So this is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I actually really enjoyed doing a talk through for once. I'm always doing voiceovers, so this is a really good change for that, or from that, whatever. If you do prefer my voiceovers, let me know down below. Let me know what you guys prefer. I don't really know if you prefer this or that. It's just, I feel like it's a little bit more personal. But yeah, also let me know what you guys think of the backgrounds and what you guys would like to see, because this is all for you guys, and it is just everything that you want to see is what will be done, basically. So yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Have an awesome day, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.